Alright, you guys, let's see. So we've got our waterfall, and I have put the tape on all three sides, and believe you knew that it was, let's see, 3/16, 4 3/16 by 6 is what I cut my mats for, because this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/8. So I did 4 3/16 by 6, and so that's what these are. So then, and I'm going to glue all of these on here and nothing on the backs. And then I have a 2 1/4 by 4 1/8 piece in the brown cardstock, 2 1/2 by 5 in the brown cardstock, and 2 1/2 by 5 1/2 in the brown cardstock. And on the 5 1/2 side, I scored at 1/2 and then 3/8. I believe that second part was 3/8. Yes. So 1/2 and then 3/8 inches more, 3 ticks over. And I did the same thing on this, the 1/2 and then 3 ticks more. And so it's, let's see, this is a half. So that's 7/8. Yeah. Okay, so there's those. If you get all of that cut, then these I just cut to size. I didn't give you the cut size on these. I just I've got the inside of each one of these, so just cut them so that they'll fit for your project. And the outside of these, this one goes with this and this one goes with this. I've inked them, and I actually left all my glue in the other room, so I'll be back in just a second.
Oh God, talk about being prepared. Woohoo!
Okay guys, I have gone through and I decided that I was going to put paper on both sides. Now it does make this a little thicker, but reason being is, let me show you this last one here. When I put the tape on, you can see it's thicker and thinner in places. This one is actually not as bad, but it's still much thicker here than it is here. So putting the paper on just covered all that up. Probably not the best way to do it. If anything, if you wanted to just take a really thin sheet of something and use on the back instead of using this paper, it probably would be a whole lot better, because this paper is pretty thick. It's die cuts with a view, single-sided sheet stuff is pretty thick, so it does make it pretty thick, but it's still going to look pretty nice. And the way I have my pieces set up, there's still enough room for everything. So now I'm just going to give everything a good burnish as I flip it over, so it's folding everything nicely again. Alright. Okay. This, I don't know where I've got a little. Did I not do that edge all around there? I guess I did not. No, I did not. The base that I used to do my, I never did the edges. There we go. Now the edges are done. And I wanted to also show you, you know, how I used this as the edges. It wasn't really super great on the sponge, but I think I'll probably pull this little section off, but we'll see. But I liked what it did, so I'm fine with that. All right, now I have made on my 2.5 by 5.5 piece. I made a mark and on the back, and it is 2 3/4 from the end without the score lines. So from this end, 2 3/4 in, I made a mark, and that is where this piece is going to get glued onto. But I'm going to go ahead, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and, now this is my 2 1/4 by 4 1/8, and basically what I did was I laid it down and I went, what was that? I went about a 1/16 of an inch on each side of this and did a score mark. So that makes the score marks at about 3/4 and 3 3/8. Okay, so but make sure that you know you're gonna get a good you can see what's left over on both sides. That's almost 1/8 of an inch on both sides. Okay, all right. And I made my mark again 2 3/4 up from the end, and I am going to put glue. Oh no, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and put glue. Now, not all the way to the end. And we're going to go ahead and place this centered so that there is that full 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, or, you know, smidgen, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to close this over. Make sure I've got it lined up straight. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to close that over and hold it, let it dry. Dries pretty quickly. All right. Now I can take, so this is my top piece, and I'm just going to glue this down. Probably would have been easier to do this. That's okay. It's just as easy to slide it down in there. We'll see. I say it was just as easy. Okay, we're just gonna slide that right down. Oh yeah, that was nice and easy. Nice and easy. Isn't that like a hair color or something? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so there's that. And then this piece goes down. And I've got just a little bit of brown all the way around. Okay, and then this. We're going to wait on this. So I'm just afraid I'm going to turn it upside down and backwards or something and glue it on. So I'm just going to wait. Okay. And we're putting this piece on the other piece on the front. Let's see. Yes. I wanted to make sure that they were both, because this does have a kind of a top and a bottom, and I just wanted to make sure that I had both of them going the same way. All right. Here we go. Okay, and then this is the inside, which of course you do want to do after you glue that in. I'm just gonna, there we go. See, now this whole book was done without any magnets, and you can totally just, you know, just have to be thoughtful in what you're going to do for closures, and you know, put a lot of thought into it prior to actually doing your page. because you can do some pretty interesting closures with no magnets. So that's, you know, I don't know that that's what I set out to do with this, but a lot of people don't buy magnets, don't want to spend the money on magnets. And honestly, I don't blame you. It does add a lot of cost. Okay, so now we have these ready. And we've got this ready. So now we're going to take this piece and we're going to find our center. I think that is probably good right about there. I think that's good. Flip it over. I'm going to put glue on the bottom, the first ½ inch. And I'm going to flip that over so it is just touching the edge of the back page. It worked well when I let some of these go. Then I was able to kind of get in there and really pinch that closed against this back page. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to slide this into here and bring it down until I'm straight. Okay, and I'm going to flip it over. And maybe what I ought to do is give myself a little bit of tape right on the end. Okay, sorry you hear my parents downstairs. They're actually getting ready to go to bed, so then I can do some more. Okay, and then I'm going to put glue here. And again, I want to make sure that I have this down so that it's all the way into my flap here. And then I'm going to push it. And now I can pull this up. And lay that down so it's really going to get good, the glue coverage. Okay. And then this, I am going to put, so you're just going to, it's a little stiff, but it'll work its way out, but actually, and then once you push that down, it holds it really nicely. See how that's going to hold it? That's going to hold it really nicely, especially when it's flattened out. And there is room to still grow. Quite a bit of room there to grow. So once you get your pictures in, pictures are fairly thin, so it's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put tape across around here, a couple in the center, and then glue everywhere. And then that is going to go right here. Wait a minute. Yep, right here. Okay, and I'm kind of centering it into the space. And then this is going to go on there. So I'm going to go ahead and get that on there, and I'll be right back. Okay, and for my closure, it's something really stinking simple. It's just this little, I don't know, it's a Japanese closure of some kind, Chinese, I don't know. It looks very oriental, let me put it that way. So I am going to put these let's see, I need to be able to grab this somewhere. Maybe I need the smaller ones instead of these larger ones. Let's see what I got here. I think this will work. There's that. And put this one here. There. And then I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I'm going to leave it pushed in so that I leave myself, you see it, I'm not pulling it tight, I'm pushing it in so that it will be easier to get it closed, I think. I think it will make it easier to get it closed, if that makes any sense to you at all. But anyway, first I'm going to get the glue down. On the back half of the two front hoops and the back hoop completely. And now I'm going to stand up for this. Get it on there so it's nice and straight. I can maneuver these, or now that there's glue on them, I can maneuver them around a little bit so they're spread out better. And I only put the glue on the back half of these so that there's a little bit more play to get. I'm just going to let that dry. Make sure everything's good there. Okay, take these off and put these back. Alright, put my lid on my, this was Fabri-Tac now that I used on here. I think I said that. I don't like getting any of it on my fingernails because it will ruin my manicure. So I work really hard on not getting it on my nails, and it looks like I did alright. Okay, so now I'm just going to push the knot through. I'm going to leave both of those to dry, and I'm going to put you through. Now I did put the washi tape, and I glued it down with Fabri-Tac on the creases. Here is the waterfall. Really pretty. It's got a little bit of all of the papers that were used. I'm really happy with that. And the closure works very well. Then we have this. This moves. And this is just a nice for pictures, and this is one of the pockets. And I didn't do too many pockets in here. And then here is some of the tags. So there's that in there. Bring this around. Okay, and next page. I'll pull this out of that. Open this up. It is long. I'm having to move everything around. And open this up. Lots of good picture space. Everything is, to me, it's all about the pictures, you know. I did not do a lot of pockets. Now this is open there so that you can get a picture in. Okay.
And then these are the same. Gonna open this up. There's a flap. This opens up, and then you've got waterfalls here. Close this back. And you're gonna do the same thing on this side. And I've just made it all the same. I don't normally do that, but it is kind of a nice look. And then using the tags that were in the birdsong collection that I had. And I do not know exactly what happened with this, but this little guy is going to have to come out of here. I'll have to put a little something on that. He just didn't make it. This guy should be enough to hold him closed, I think. There's this, and then this flips open. This stays closed by doing that. There we go. And then bring him around. And I think just the one will definitely keep that closed. And I will put a little something on there. I think maybe this was getting in the way. This one, if you remember, this pops up. And you have that. This opens up. This opens up. You have a nice pocket. Now this is probably not a normal tag, but it's the Yomiman Gate. It's the Nikko something Shrine National Park, Nikko, Japan. So this is the gate to get into the national park in Nikko, Japan. And I thought it was just absolutely gorgeous. And that is the tag, and it's blank on the back, so you can definitely put a photo back behind there. So anyway, let's see. Then that closes up. And then we have these. And so this goes back behind here and around, opens up. And let me show you the back of that. And then this opens up. And these are both the same. Slide this under here. Slide this under here. And bring it back around. Whichever way you go with it, either up or down. And this is the same on this side. And I did that twice in here, and I'm quite pleased with the results of that. Bring this down. Oops. Bring this around here and slide it underneath. There we go. And then this one. We've got a little tie here. Again, it's all about the pictures. These are all very nice size slides that are going to get you the largest picture area. Oops, no, it goes this way. Let's see. Put the there we go. And then this. I don't remember. I think I had that over that. Okay. And then this is the big pocket in the back, and I just kind of stuck. This was a card, and I just love it. And I had to incorporate it in. I had to include it in this. And then these are some of the things that came with the kit. So some of them were with the die cuts with a view stuff, and some of them were with birdsong. and little trim there. That is it, guys. That is my Far East book with the cloth cover. And yeah, that's gonna work. And there's plenty of room for you to get photos in there and stuff. Plenty of room. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you like this. I will be getting it on my Etsy shop, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.